Typhons. No, none. That reminds me. I got this chipset thing. Scope chipset. Fast scan. Yep. I don't actually need that. Don't need the speed scan anymore either, because, well, I do scan things still. In fact, I appear to have already taken off the speed scan. No, I haven't. Well, I certainly scan things still. It is not my highest priority because I've scanned all the things I need to scan. So let's use kinetic amp, ESP targeting. Ooh, increases weapon damage to marked enemies. I mean, that synergizes with scanning. But still, I will still be marking things sometimes. Yeah. Right, the speed scan is different. Yeah, it's different to marking. But yeah, possibly quite useless to me. Alarm panel. Languyen, whose body we have found. Hello.
Bоже мой, Morgan.
I'm gonna save the game. Looks like she's alive, not necessarily in great shape. Hey, I'm sorry I'm a silent protagonist, but how's it going?
Morgan? What are you doing here? I thought you were Earthside.
That was Alex's lie.
I'd get up, except for my legs, and my lungs, and my nervous system. Don't look surprised. Paraplexus, remember? You warned me. The boosters are in my office. No way I'm getting there now. It was locked down and the hull was breached. No power, no air. And don't you dare try and get them. It'd just mean both of us would die. And I don't need you protecting me anymore.
I mean, I want to respect her boundaries. You know, obviously they're no longer in a relationship, if this really even is the real Morgan, but...
How did this all happen?
Obviously I'm going to go and try and get the boosters she needs to try and save her, as I would do for anybody.
I thought you had been transferred off the station, or you left. Where did you even come from? I thought you were Earthside. The irony is not lost on me. I have to hide my condition to work for a company that might be able to cure it.
It would be nice if they could develop that instead of just feeding people to monsters.
I'd rather lose control of my body a little piece at a time than become one of those things out there.
No comment on that.
Do you think they remember anything?
Maybe. Alright, she's not doing good. I better go and try and get the boosters, which I'm guessing is some kind of drug. What I need to find is the airlock in this place. Ah, there it is. Yeah, this is... seems like a high priority task, doesn't it? Let's unlock that.
System alert. Repair is needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
You don't remember her, but she remembers you.
Yeah.
She hid her condition to work aboard Talos 1. When you found out, she should have been sent back to Earth. But you made an exception. I'm not sure if that makes you responsible now. She won't last long without her medication. It's up to you if you want to help her.
I think it would be, given that I've already declared I'm going to try and find alternatives to blowing up the station and, you know, try and save as many people as I can from the Typhon. Obviously I'm going to try and help her. But,
microgravity detected.
January is very obliging. Now this is a case, since I'm trying to do something rapidly, where I may well want to use objective markers. Don't care about the other stuff right now. Okay. Let's head to the hull breach out here. Ah, yep, that's a timer, alright. Not a very short timer, mind you. I suspect I'll be fine. Oh, that's right, there's a telepath here. Well, it's okay. If I psychoshock it, it can't do anything. Yep. That's one completely useless Typhon. Ah, cystoids. Oh, I've been zapped by something as if there were a technopath around. It's happened again. Okay, let's use some things to make myself not immediately die. Is there a technopath around? What? Also, there are cystoids, I knew that much. Oh, no, it's a corrupted science operator. Huh. Oh, that's right, they have a similar, but considerably less powerful, zapping ability. So having been presented with an official time limit, albeit a long time limit, I am going to try and get that thing done. To the exclusion of other activities temporarily. To the temporary exclusion, that is, of other activities. Alright, let's head back in this direction. The operator is small, fast, hard to target, but otherwise I far prefer it to a technopath. Here's my question. Was Transstar actually working on a paraplexus cure? Or is it just something they, know they should do? I mean, it's in their commercial interest. But, it's not clear to me, though, how realistic that possibility is. And it sounded very much like, so I mentioned earlier, Alex was quite aware of her condition, was like, yeah, she's still working here despite having white noise. It sounded very much like Morgan had actually officially intervened and been like, yeah, look, I'm the research director, keep her on the station. Because I think she's attractive, I guess? I don't know exactly what was going on there. Maybe they had a meeting of the minds. Whatever the relationship was like, it ultimately was not something that Morgan prioritized over his tests. Those were, he considered them the most important thing. Booster shots.
You got them, didn't you? Oh, you make me so mad sometimes. You never listen to me.
Sorry. Look, I might not even be the same person anymore. Don't need that operator right now. Ah yes, Neuromod. Neuromod. I mean, there were several Neuromods here, right? So I would have come here anyway. She doesn't have to be mad. I wonder... Yeah. It's still not clear to me why Morgan volunteered for the testing schedule and his constant mind wipes, why he thought that was worthwhile. Was it due to... Had he become obsessed, like Alex, with the power of the Typhon and wanting to develop this stuff? Or did he have some concern, some desperation to solve some problem? I don't know, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. Motivation's murky. Psi hypos. Oh, good. Also, how did Michaela know I'd pick those up? Maybe she's also got access to a security computer. Or maybe this is all a simulation and the agents within it just kind of respond to my actions. The funny thing about this theory I've got is that, as well as being, hinted at as a possibility in the game, it is of course true. Like, everything here is a simulation, and everything in it is just agents responding to my actions, because it's a video game. So, we have become meta. Okay, probably nothing else of interest in this office. If there was a... it doesn't have one of those emergency breach seals in here. Only certain doors support that, so I can't fix the actual hull breach situation itself. But that's okay. So I've got to get back to Michaela in quite a long time period. That will be fine. In which case, since I'm out here anyway... What the hell? That's a glitch. Is that what that is? Yeah, since I'm out here anyway, let's start turning on some more objective markers. Such as locate chauffeur and the corresponding locate crew member, and place the device on the satellite in the exterior. Mixed signals, that's the lure to distract the nightmare with a noetic signal that looks like me. However, I'm going to save the game, in case I'm doing something really stupid by not adhering to this time limit. Or rather, not prioritizing it. I do intend to return within the 2 hours. I wonder if the nightmare will actually come out here and, like, go to the satellite. Gotta use this as a way to find and attack it later on. That said, fighting a nightmare in microgravity might be extremely stupid. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I found this satellite before, I didn't know what to do with it, or what to make of it. Well, I've got a psychotronic transistor on it now.
Hunting you. I'm sending you 2 activation signals. The first will direct the Typhon
Oh.
away from you. The second will bring it down on you. Use your transcribe messaging system to fire them off.
Okay. So I should not have actually activated that. Data, audio logs, satellite signal, repel nightmare, track nightmare. Okay. Let's not automatically listen to the attract nightmare one. What are these so-called multiple objectives? This is the airlock for the power plant. Does that mean that chauffeur is in fact not on the outside? Maybe so. Well, I'll come back out here if I need to. Bunch of glue up there as if something happened. Did someone else come and... Is this the breach that Matthew sealed with the glue? It's not really a breach, it looks more like someone firing wildly. Someone like me trying to get the cystoids off my back, quite possibly. That could have been it. I'm actually quite low on glue now. I may need to make some canisters at some point, having spent hundreds of it on something. Something not very useful. Right, back inside for now. So let's go find Michaela, more or less immediately, and then decide what to do next. Probably exploring the area around where she is.
Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Oh, God, Morgan. You surprise the hell out of me sometimes. Please, right at the neck. Just look for the marks. It was harder when I was doing it myself.
System
Oh, God.
alert. Repairs
I
needed.
can breathe
Please
again.
Contact a qualified engineer.
And feel my legs.
So
I still have some spots in the eye, but those should clear up.
So paraplexus
Thanks,
paralyzes you. I wonder why. But yeah, you're welcome. Now I have a station to possibly destroy, maybe save some people on. It didn't sound like she knew a lot about what's going on here.
Let me catch my breath.
System alert.
Make sure I can stand, and
Contact a qualified
I'll be alright. Now.
That's good. It is a slightly awkward situation. Says, yeah, I don't know her, but she knows me. And that's so cool. That's a Dishonored reference. I hadn't picked that until now. Alright, let's search around here.
I can walk. Thanks, Morgan. I was fighting to breathe there for a bit.
You are welcome. Mind you, the Typhon might get her before she can get up. I'll try and kill any I see in the area. Rage quit the Battle Ops League. Ha! So the bosses didn't know about the robot battle ring. Faulty grounding resistor, yes, yes. It's resulted in a powerful electrical explosion. Oh wow, so that actually happened before the Typhon attack. Shapeless, smouldering, and seemingly organic matter. Indeed. So I came in through... not through this door, apparently. Reactor core.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Health physicist. Did I come from this direction? Yeah, I did. So there are the elevators. Oh, hello.
I wondered how you would react to finding Michaela. You risked your life to help her. It makes me think the neuromod extraction didn't erase everything. Not completely. Perhaps particularly strong memories still leave faint impressions. Intuitive feelings.
System
Or
alert.
maybe you're simply more
Repairs
compassionate
needed.
than I
Please
expected.
contact a
Are
qualified
you sure it wouldn't
engineer.
have been better to? I don't mean to be insensitive, but when she finds out you intend to destroy Talos 1, she might react strongly given that there's no way off the station.
Well, that's a very strong assumption January is making there. It's interesting. I am actually coming back around to the idea that January really is a... Oh, why have I got a transcribe signal popping up? This isn't the Nightmare Attractor, is it? Because I'm not listening to that. I'm coming back around to the idea that January is not a truly sentient being. It's like a mental copy. I mean, the thing is, he's kind of displaying curiosity here, but not really truly reasoning, lateral thinking capabilities, because it seems to me obvious that if you... Rest in peace, Anthony Aquilante. Cripes. Anyway,
Thank you.
what I was going to say is, it seems to me obvious that with the plan to destroy the station was the plan of January Morgan, right? Like, that was what this guy who had 3 years experience and knew a lot about the situation wanted. He wanted Talos 1 to be blown up. And it's not a totally crazy plan, although I think something of a slightly self-serving attempt at recompense for what he's done. But, you know, at least trying to sort of save the Earth, I guess. Like I said, not totally crazy, but the point is, it is that Morgan's plan. The guy I am, assuming I'm even a guy at all, is someone without all of that knowledge and experience who did not come to this conclusion, and in fact, the values drift had been changing us, the Morgans, such that in December, Morgan wanted something quite different, wanted to flee. And in October, he also wanted something different. He wanted to carry out the tests. So, the fact that January just assumes I will be fully going along with the plan, that I'm committed to it, that is unusual to me. And says to me that he's kind of not really expecting the possibility of someone disobeying their programming, as it were. Yeah, I think there may be limits to the copied mind's intelligence. Alright, well, I could go to the reactor core at this point. I'm not sure whether I should go to the reactor core. That sounds dangerous. But didn't Michaela mention there was a problem in the reactor core?
I don't know what I would have done without
Good
you.
to see you again, Dr. Yu.
Well, I'm still trying to find Jean-Fo's body, and I need to get down to do that, so the reactor core is my most obvious avenue. But I better be careful here. The other thing is, January mentions that... ooh, hello, the power's out. Unpowered door locked. January mentions that it might be angering to learn that I intended to destroy the station, in which case, why not simply let her die, since she's going to die anyway. If he was right about the destroying the station thing. But surely it doesn't matter, because if you've destroyed the station, if you've initiated the self-destruct, everyone dies. Why does it matter whether they get upset at you first? The impression I've had in general of Morgan Yu of the past is he was kind of conflict avoidant, actually. A couple of times he sent transcribes to people or wrote emails to them, which were kind of not really taking responsibility for things, or being like, oh yeah, I'll try, but Alex won't go for it, or I just don't tell her I was involved, stuff like that. And, yeah, combine that with what they were doing in Psychotronics, and I'm not really Morgan's greatest fan.
Hello, are you here for an appointment?
One way to look at this is that, of course, I am Morgan. And, perhaps as I was 3 years ago, or perhaps drifted into a different person someone never was before, and do not approve of who I became after following a particular path. Well, if the game gives me the opportunity to do so, I'll try and follow a different path. But I'm leaving the power plant because there doesn't seem to be anything else I can do here. I was not able to get into the reactor core. Which means I can't do that. L Gold I want to track. Price Broadway I want to track. Well, I'll be heading out through life support, so let's try tracking Price. Yeah, Michaela may or may not get eaten by Typhon, but for the record, I hope she doesn't. I would have liked to learn more about Paraplexus from her, but, I mean, I learned some things about it, like what it is actually doing to her. The thing that interests me about it, or rather the thing I have questions about, is the thing where they mapped the connectomes to someone with it and didn't then use them in neuromods. Is that because it would have somehow transferred the disease to them? Don't know. Okay, let's go.